Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering some very key support levels to watch for if we are continuing lower in the next few days or weeks, and ultimately where I believe buyers in demand will start stepping in. So if you guys enjoy the content, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing. Also, by the way, this channel is sponsored by the cryptocurrency exchange FTX.us. This is a great exchange for buying, selling, and trading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and if you sign up with my link in the description below or with my referral code SNOWYCRYPTO at FTX.us, you can get a 5% discount on exchange fees. It is a great exchange. I do recommend checking them out. All right, so let's dive into Bitcoin here. I am on the weekly chart, and I just want to talk about two key moving averages first, which this green line is the 200-week moving average, and then the yellow line is the 300-week moving average. And I'm going to be looking at the 300-week as a longer-term level of support where I do think that demand will start to step in. And the reason this is because the only other time in history where Bitcoin has gone significantly below the 200-week average, this is the level where we had some sort of bottom. So you can see back here in March of 2020, we basically fell below the 200-week moving average, again, the green line, by about 30%. Okay, so this was a pretty extreme move below this moving average, and then we went to the 300 week. And if I zoom out here, we really don't have any other time where we can look to. Yes, in 2015 we did have some wicks below this, but we didn't have a 300 week moving average back then. And again, in March of 2020, this was the level that we actually bounced off of. So when we did have a 300-week moving average and we did move below the 200-week, this is the level that we bounced off of. And again, that March 2020 capitulation low took us all the way down to this level, which we bounced off of and held as support. So I do think this is going to be some sort of area where we could look to where buyers could start stepping in. But I also want to look at this level in confluence of some resistance that we had back here in the previous cycle. So I'm going to switch over to a lower time frame chart because I really just want to look here on the daily at this level because I think it's a lot more clear to see the resistance that I'm talking about. So back here in the previous cycle, we had basically this mania blow off top, the peak at $20,000, the big correction back down, and then we had a second leg up. Now, this second leg up took us to a level around $17,000. This was the level that we formed as resistance. This was the macro lower high, where again, we had that lower high rejection, and then we turned around from there. So I'm going to be marking this level as some support because we can look to this as a macro lower high where we had strong resistance. So coming back down, we could be flipping it into strong support. So if I switch here back over to a weekly, let's just look at this level and you can see that it does line up with the 300-week moving average. So I do believe this is a level where we could look to where some buyers would start stepping in. This is longer term support because of the 300-week and this previous lower high back here in 2018. And ultimately, I think this is going to be very difficult for bears to convincingly break below. And when I say convincingly, yes, we could have some sort of wick taking us lower, but I'm talking about candle closes and the fact that I don't believe we're going to have too much price action spent below this level, or that we're going to be flipping it into some sort of resistance. Now, in the extreme event that we are coming back below this level, the next level of support down from there that I would look to is the $14,000 region. Notice how this was the high that we had back here in 2019. This was the level we rejected off of following the sharp move up off of the 200 week, and I will look to this level if the $16,000 to $17,000 area is to be breached. Now again, that's not my primary view. I do expect this to hold strong support, but again, in that extreme event, if we are coming back below this level, then I would look to the $14,000 area as some sort of longer term support because it was longer term resistance back here in 2019. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. Once again, check out our sponsors in the link in the description below. As always, I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in the next one.